Hey everyone, this is Diana. Welcome back to another video of mine. Today I want to walk you through all of my sketchbooks. This tracks my journey from when I first started learning to draw in a more serious tone to when I was doing my portfolio for college application, to when I was actually in college, and when I graduated, started interning and started working, all the way to now. Okay, all right, buckle up, let's get started. Let's start with this small one. I got a sketchbook as a merch of a very good comic artist I liked in China, and her art is beautiful. This is all her artwork. Just ignore this one. And these very delicate line work. Very good comic artist. Which serves as a stark contrast with my ugly art. The bunny and the bird are somebody else's OC. And there are also very good comic artists back in China that I really liked. So I used them as... I don't remember why. But I think this was supposed to be me. Okay, we have a comic without borders. Great. It's cute. Okay, and now we have a comic with borders. So this is a brand new thing. This was when I first got to Canada, and I don't know what I was doing. Oh look, a car. So I'm trying to draw some practice hands. This was like a huge thing for me way back. Like, I like drawing faces and hair, and all the hair accessories, I'm good with that. But I don't know how to draw a shoulder, let alone the rest of the body. Why was I not drawing on all these pages? This is what I was talking about. Like, I would draw the full hair, even if it's blocked by the body, but I wouldn't even draw the body. Okay. Getting into profiles, I see. Okay, getting into emotions. Oh, color. Oh yeah, this was the bird OC lady I was talking about. And this was the bunny. I love how I'm like drawing stuff and having an existential crisis here. Yeah, that was my self-portrait. Okay, more headless girls. And okay, getting into some kind of shoulders. So here's a rule of thumb. Anyone without a neck or a body, that's me. And anything with a body was some kind of master copy. But I was kind of learning. See this one? This one must have been me because see how tiny these hands are and how huge this head is? That's impossible anatomy, and I don't think I got that from somebody else. But I was trying new stuff, so that was nice. Drawing hands even. Look, it's just me and my bestie. Wow. Okay, this is not bad. A lot better than I imagined my 13-year-old would do. Okay, these two characters was a new series of mine. Back then I was the fire girl. You know, I used all the 5 elements, and this was fire, and this was water. So this was one of my other friends. There we go. I see that, trying to draw the same thing twice. Okay, you know what? I'm kind of impressed by my 15-year-old self. Like, honestly, this isn't bad. I thought I was like so bad back then, but this is just like a pretty good for a 15-year-old, I think. I just never took any of them further. Okay, going through some stuff. I don't remember what though. Oh, scribbles! Okay. Oh yeah, this was the comic book. The comic sketchbook. So Scribble's new roommate. This is impressive. I could draw a house. Okay, and that is the end of that comic. Oh, this was the elementary school comic.
while we're still like not human form. So it's easier to draw. Kirby! And that wraps this one up. 8 episodes. Still pretty good. What was this? Water on fire? What? Oh, and that was it. This was Destroy All Humanity, and I left this comic at that. Wow. Okay, this must have been the most consistent comic I've ever made, because it's episode 4 now, and it's still going. Okay, I'm very proud of myself. I did 9 episodes. This was a very ambitious project I started, and I did not even attempt to finish it. Oh yeah, I did little comics of me and my friends meeting in China. This was part Mica, part Art Center. Because this was done in Mica. I'm pretty sure about that. Yep. Yep. Okay. I believe this is a master study. And the rest are done by me. This is just like a mixture of... Okay, I was pretty sad when I was at Mica. Yeah, this was the mixture of some life studies, some doodles, like this llama. What is that? And some Bridgman studies. And, oh, this was blind contour. Blind contour of myself. I think this is when we went to the museum in DC. I'm not too sure though. I'm so not too sure. This was me not wanting to be in the school anymore. So it's like, wow. Okay, another master study. This was really good. I think my sister did this. Yeah, right. I was working on a original project of mine, and it involved like a lot of like weird stuff happening in the woods, and they involved like a train of some sort. All right, so I was designing like spirits living in the treehouse, like deep down the underground, whatever, with roots tangling and forming houses. Yeah, and I was doing a leaf study, and I still kept the leaf. This was Jungle Book, I think. This was another Squidism class. Okay, another assignment. We have to build our own still life to draw from. And notes. These are notes. There's gotta be notes. Whoa. Okay. I hate charcoal. I don't understand why I use that. But this was a diorama project for a oil painting class, if you can believe it. We had to make our own diorama, and later we have to paint it. Whoa, okay. It's impressive, but it's so messy. This was for one of the classes. We were supposed to do master studies. I think it was like 70 or 80 of them. And I also took some notes for a history class at the side. I wrote the names down here of all the masters. I'm just gonna flip through them. Yeah, this was an anatomy class, so we were studying anatomy from the old masters. Honestly, I do not remember anything. Perspective. Oh, the other way. I was very impressed by the work I did for this class, honestly. Because this was during COVID and everything went online. This was the first term. It's hard, but I think I did some really good work in this class. These were treehouse designs. We designed and also modeled a treehouse. And I put my characters in them too. It's funny how I thought of those characters, Guacamole, a long time ago. This was in 2020, but they changed a lot since then. This was a plein air study. I actually went on site. This was a food court. And Starbucks! This person is so sad for some reason. Okay, this was the same tree house, but the outside. And there's my characters. They're so tiny. Yeah, so this was assignment for 3-point perspective. The other one was from the ground up, and this one from the sky down. And that's it. This sketchbook was from a class. This was VizDev class, one of my favorites at Art Center. The teacher was pretty big on keeping a sketchbook. So we would pick a poem and compose an illustration from that poem story. And we do that every week. And this story, I believe, was a daughter trying to tell her old Asian immigrant mother that she doesn't want to have babies in the future. I did this again, trying to make everything clear. And yeah, I think I like the mom in this one better and the daughter in this one better. This was completely Art Center. This was another dynamic sketching sketchbook. This class was mainly about learning how to control your hands with pen on paper, not just pencil on paper. It was a ton of like these kind of exercises that I did. Drawing lines, making sure my hand is steady. Drawing circles, lots of circles, and ellipses, lots of ellipses. Okay, so Lead Studio hosts like these weekly, almost weekly virtual costume drawings. And since COVID, I learned most of my like figure drawing, gesture, or costume drawing skills from them. And this was another Z Studio sketch. Okay, I guess there aren't anything to say about these pages. They're just, different themed figure drawings. I guess I'll just flip them. Oh yeah, these were still more Z Studio sketches. I did a lot of that during COVID. Kiki! I still remember the names of the bigger muscles. Heleno. Bad cat. No, Lele, no. Okay, now I cannot flip. No. Ah. No, Lele, no. No. Why, Lele, why? Okay, I don't understand. Why does he like my sketchbook so much? I know how heavy you are, no matter how skinny you are. So it's like a fake skin. And that is it. That is the end. And my cat is so interested in this elastic. I'm gonna have to put this away ASAP. And more storyboards. This was like my first storyboard ever. This sucks. This was a storyboard study of Cruise 2, the dinner scene. It's one of my favorite scenes in that movie. It's so well constructed with so many characters, and yet not losing the thread between the two main characters. It was great. Wow. Okay, again, I'm very much impressed. Okay, this was a thumbnail for another storyboard, but I think... Oh no, this was my assignment. The egg assignment. I believe this was my second storyboard. And my third one. This is the raccoon one. Apparently they're fighting about like kids or something. I sometimes use my sketchbook twice. So I'll draw and then I'll tape my thumbnails. Okay, the downside of using a sketchbook twice is that I can no longer see what's underneath this. And another storyboard. This was about a old grandpa dressed as a Santa. Okay, these are impressive sketches. I don't do these anymore. Yet another storyboard sequence. Man, I did a lot. Yeah, this was a story about me and my sister trying to bathe my cat. I didn't take this story any further, but these thumbnails are okay. Okay, this was a live stream of two artists that I forget. I think one was Rat Seacrest, because you can see some people in it. Poster design, texture study, feet study. So this was a character. I think it was me. Yeah. This was another storyboard. I was trying to develop my friends as characters. And this was another exercise I did for a storyboard mentorship. Why did I think it would be a good idea to flip through like 40 sketchbooks? And my thumbnails for another sequence. And yeah, because my character was a little mouse, I did some studies of some Disney mice. I think this was from Wish. I was cafe sketching with my friend, and she challenged me to do an octopus for this lady for some random reason. Oh, this was from an exercise called Grandma Lost Her Job. So she became a firefighter, a zookeeper, what was this? Kindergarten teacher, and a lawyer, scientist, salesperson. Wow. Okay, grandma's got way more experience than I have. And then at the end, she fell in love with a bookstore keeper person. Happy ending. Okay, now this is starting to look like what Guax looks like today. Oh yeah. I think it was an umbrella turned into a dragon and a coat hanger. You know what? It's probably not important. Okay, I was trying to draw my cat. He turns into a spider sometimes. Oh, this was my cat biting my roommate. My hands are super hard to draw. And you know what's even harder? Feet. I wish I wrote down where these sketches were from because I do not remember anything about them. Oh, another sequence. Okay, another storyboard sequence. This was another grandma, a little girl, and a bunch of zombies. So I was exploring how people would turn to zombies and what they look like. Are they Chinese zombies or are they like Western zombies? And here we have some environment studies for the same sequence. Okay, so this was a story about my past horrible roommates and my passive-aggressive past self. Alright, so this was a watercolor sketchbook. I painted on one side and took some notes on the other side. I believe this was in Cancun. I went on a trip with my family and I did some plein air paintings there. And these are a few of paintings I did at a beach. Just some houses at the beach. Okay, this was from November to December 2020. Pretty sure this was a master copy. And the ones that don't look as good are done by me and myself only. Another copy? I believe this was Nathan Falk's watercolor or gouache painting class. A photo study, another photo study, and another photo study taken by me. I went to this chocolate factory in Japan and I painted it after I got back home. And on the other side, we have some, watercolor human sketches. And cat sketches. This one's actually pretty good. The first snow of 2020. Okay, this was the same neighbor's house, but in snow. And Saturn and Jupiter conjunction. Also during Christmas, I believe. Yeah. The whole family went down to the beach just to see these two stars. It wasn't like terribly bright. But I don't know. It was a memory. I painted a lot during that 2 months. I'm pretty proud of myself. These two wasn't so bad. Good. Oh, this was a little comic I made. I draw my hair this way, so when the hair is dry, it's all puffy. I believe these were film studies, trying to learn composition. I think it was clouds. Yeah, the shapes look familiar. It was clouds. Okay, this was a master study of a really good artist on Instagram. I just love their drawing so much. So cute. Yeah, I tried to mimic the style and do my own comic back when I was still doing my comics on paper. Not all of them are funny, but I was just trying to document my life. Oh, these are some of Dean Kelly's sketches that I was trying to copy from his Instagram. Okay, let's try to get this one in while we still have light, because there's a power outage and it's like 9 o'clock and I'm gonna be in complete darkness very soon. So I started this one back when I was traveling to France to visit my cousin. So these are all French people. French street watch. And some of the statues in museums. This is when I visited Antelope Valley Poppy Reserve. So my mom came and visited me for my graduation, and we took a nice little day trip over there. I think this was another character I was working on, but abandoned eventually because I have no recollection of drawing her at all. Wow, I really miss those sketches. I miss just like sketching for no reason. Now I'm so like goal-focused, goal-oriented, that if I don't sketch towards something and I feel like I'm wasting my time. But I do miss just, seeing random people, seeing interesting people and drawing them down and recording them on my sketchbook and just trying to practice whatever I need to practice. It was a good time. This was only 2 years ago. And I think this is the most recent finished sketchbook I have. You can see I improved a lot. I'm quite proud of this little book. Okay, right. Yeah, this was in San Francisco. A random dude just gave me a sticker. Okay, this was back in LA. Yeah. I was at the pickleball court and trying to draw some people while I wait for my turn. And now we're in Vancouver. What is this hand? Okay, so now I'm trying to stylize people more. And this was in, I think this was in Spark Animation Artist Alley. I was tabling there. There were a lot of interesting people that day. I think artists in general are just more like creative or freestyle when it comes to how they dress. This was a Game of Thrones character designs. Yeah, and that is it. Thank you so much for staying with me as I flipped through those like 30 to 40 sketchbooks. If you liked this video, don't forget to comment, subscribe, like, and whatever that you do with YouTube channels. I have another about 5 or 6 sketchbooks that I'm currently using. Once I have those done, I will do another flip through. So stay tuned. Bye!